Everyone, we're back today. We're going to try and replace our pillar here. We're going to replace that today. Let's see here. Let's see if we can reach back here. There we go. All right, so we got our other pillar here. We got our water temperature and our oil pressure gauge. Everything kind of looks the same compared to that one. So we're going to work on getting this one off. So you're going to have to work with me a bit. It's just me for right now. So I'm going to try and set this where y'all can see. Not guaranteeing anything. We'll try it out, see how it works, and we'll see if we can't get this piece off. And start looking at getting this one mounted. And my battery is disconnected already, in case any of y'all were curious. Let's see what we can do here. Never done this before, so there we go. Went up back behind it where the seal is for the door. Okay, so there's a sensor or something right here with wires. Oh, so you don't lose it. Okay. So let's see if we can't get that popped out. Yeah, my phone fell. Sorry. I'll move it here a second. There we go. Alright, so I'll pick this up, show you. So this piece here slides in that slot right there in the top. You just slide. It's got a little catch. See if I can get this where you guys see the catch right there where my thumb is. Just pop that down and it will push up out of that slot. So we can look down here. There looks like there's another one. We'll get to that in just a second here. So work with me a second. I'm gonna set you down. Here, you can look into my shop now. I guess we'll set that however it'll set. It's not wanting to set very well. There we go. We can see the bottom now. It's got the same thing. Almost. So I'm looking, okay, so that's a speaker. That's the speaker, is what that is. So what we'll do is see if we can't get it disconnected. I'm looking at it now, see how to disconnect it. Okay. Alright, so I've got disconnected. I may have to do a little bit of work to get that in there. I'll look here. Yeah, it may be fun getting it in there, but we'll get it figured out. Alright, so I'll show you here. So here's the speaker connector. So it's down here like this. You see that little bitty tab right there where my thumbnail is? Just squeeze that and push it down and it popped out. So there's your speaker. Looks like it's got a little plastic piece holding it, but it looks like it would turn. It should come out. So we'll kind of play with this a little bit, see if we can't get it to do something. Okay, so it's not turned that way. It's got a little bit of turn to it. So to me, it tells me it comes out. That's what it looks like here. So we'll set these so you guys can see here. See, there's that one. That's the speaker in the factory. So there's the aftermarket one I've got. It looks just like this one. Looks just like it. So there's a trick here that we're going to have to figure out. I'm not seeing a whole lot. So let me get a screwdriver. We'll see if I can't get you guys there. There we go. Look at that. That worked great. See if we can't do something to get that popped out. Okay, so there's a clip. I could see it. Alright, so there we go. So I'll use my screwdriver to show you. So this piece here is a holder. If you look right there, tip of my screwdriver, that's what's holding it in. So there's a slot on this piece, and it only allows it to go so far. So there is another one right, there we go, right there. And that one might be one. I'm not for sure yet. We'll get there. So let's set you guys back down. I'll start working on the other one without losing the one I just popped. Trying to work a screwdriver in there. It's not. Yeah, the screwdriver's a little bit big. I'll move aftermarket one so I have a little bit of space here. And try and keep it to where you guys can see somewhat. I don't want to break it if I can keep from it. If it breaks, it breaks. I'm not too worried about it. So I'll just push that one back down, because that one seemed like it was pretty easy. Okay, so yeah, that just pops. See if I can't do this one again. It's right here. There we go, look at that. It popped right out. Popped right out. It's an interesting little speaker. So I'll move this out of the way so you all can see here. Look at that. That is a very interesting little speaker. It's got a nice little capacitor right there. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's see if the new one, got the new piece here, see if it will house the speaker. We want to make sure it sets in the same spot. Not really a great fit. Obviously it slides up. I mean, it comes out is what I'm trying to say, but it fits real nice. Oh, look at that, that's cool. Look at this, look at this. Oh, sorry, my finger's in the way. Not the made in China part, but look, it tells you it's a 4 ohm 20 watt speaker. That's not bad for what, 1.5 to 2 inch speaker. That's interesting, really interesting. So let's take a look here. Let's get these side by side again, take a look. All right, so I can notice from the back side, you can see a color difference. Of course, yeah, all this is not there because this one's molded differently. This is an aftermarket for 2 gauge pods. So that's the only reason why I have it, and so I can put my 2 gauges in there so I can monitor this turbo that we've been working on for quite some time. So this looks good. So they changed it so you can put that gauge in there. Put the band across the top and got the peg sticking out. So this one obviously doesn't have a gauge where that one's at, so it's just got a nice little point sticking up. So we'll go here, got your little terminal that'll clip in, so we will have to take this piece off, put it on there. Let's go further up, go up to the top. So those 2 pieces, they look almost identical. So again, that's where this piece goes in, and it looks really good. Looks like it's not going to have any problem. Let's go down to the bottom now. So I'm going to kind of set these on top of each other. I guess if we held it right side up, you guys would be able to see better. That is my bad, I'm sorry. So that looks about the same there. We'll come across. I mean, it looks almost identical. I like it. Looks good. Let's take a look. Let's flip them over, see how they look. Alright, so our old one's closest to me right here. There's our new one. Let's say the color is just a little bit, it's a little bit lighter. It's hard to tell on the camera. Really, it is. You might be able to tell, but the new Gauge Pod series is a little bit lighter. This Gauge Pod came from zzperformance.com. I think I got it in like 3 or 4 days. It was awesome. So we'll set the new one, or the old one, off to the side. So I'm going to take that piece off here in just a second. But this one looks really good. I mean, it's not flimsy by no means. I'm not going to show you how to put it in yet, because I got to come up through this hole here. Well, maybe. There we go. You got to go through here and start running wires. So I'm going to have 4 wires running down through there to run the sensors that go to these gauges, and then have a ground, and then the ignition. And I'll show you that here in just a second, because I've already figured out where everything's going. So if you're watching this for your Sonic, especially a 2012, since that's what we're working on here, you'll have an idea where everything can hook up if that's what you choose to do. So right quick, we're going to get that metal piece off the old one and get it here on this piece. All right, so I'm going to slide this one down. I'm going to bring the old one back up, and we're going to take this off. And sometimes it's kind of a pain in the butt to get those off, because you always get one that hooks. There we go. Well, no, lost it. Alright, so there's that one. Let's see if I can't get my screwdriver in the back of the next one and get it lifted up a little bit. Okay, let's lift it up. We'll just got a pin here catching. That's what's bad about these metal pins right here. They catch and dig into that plastic. It's good, because then it's not going to go anywhere. But it makes it an extreme pain in the butt to get off. So I'm just going to cheat. Alright, so that one's up high enough. Let's see if we can't work our magic and get the other side to come up a little bit. Yeah, it probably would be a little bit easier using 2 screwdrivers, but I'm trying to find my 2 screwdrivers at the moment with everything else I've been doing. Might be kind of a challenge. So my problem is this one right here. So if I can, there we go. Got it pulled up. Let's see if we can't get this one to do the same thing. My dad will probably be here after a while. He's wanting to finish some wood projects. Alright, so that one's up. I'm going to stick a different screwdriver. I got a fat boy right here. We'll put him in there to help hold that. So we'll flip back over to the other side here and see what we can't accomplish. There we go. Alright, so now since I've popped those out, I can set that back down again. So if you look here, that one's really flush and the rest of them are stuck down. You kind of see it. There you go. See how they're sticking down there, or out, should I say, and flip it over. That one is, but this one isn't. So what we'll do is we'll just take our screwdriver. You don't want to do this too much, because they will eventually break. They're not meant to be picked and pried on like everything else that's metal. You pick and pry on it, it's only going to keep working for so long. It will eventually bend and break. Alright, so we got our new gauge pillar here. And there's a cat on my car. There we go. Yes, I have a shop cat. And you wouldn't believe all the shrews and mice that cat eats. My God. it's nice. I haven't had to deal with mice in here or any vehicle I park next to my shop. That cat keeps the mice out of them. Because I had my Pontiac I was talking about yesterday in that little video. It used to sit over here and never had a problem, and we moved it over to my house, over beside my house. My shop's like 50 feet away, but I moved it on the other side of the house where the cat doesn't go. And I had a mouse eat 5 wires in the harness underneath the engine with the engine still in it. So yeah, I had to fix all those. But anyway, so there's that. That is ready to go. It's ready to install. Now it's just a matter of getting these wires ran from up here and down here. Okay, so if you notice here, I'll show you my car here in just a second. See this tube? That is for the sunroof. I've got a sunroof in this one. It's an LTZ package. So that's for your sunroof. If it rains or whatever, water will collect in it and it'll run down this tube and drain out your car. So you want to make sure, so if if water's starting to come down from your sunroof up here, it's probably because this tube here is plugged up somewhere. Either it's frozen up in the line or it's plugged at the drain, something like that. So obviously, here's the car. I'll go ahead and show you. I'm pretty sure it's turned off. Yep, see, turned off. Thankfully, it's not like my Pontiac. When the battery's disconnected on my Pontiac, put that key in, it's never coming back out. So anyway, here's the inside of the Sonic. It's been down for quite a while now. Got a nice old 6-speed here. Leather seats, I love it. They're heated. Driver's side don't work that well, but that's not a big deal for me. So we'll come out here right quick. So I can get turned around. My Harley's in the way. Oh yeah, I do have a Harley sitting here. I didn't do any videos on it because I was kind of nervous when I was putting it back together. I'll do another video to tell you what I did and how I did it. All right, so we're down here. Get my light turned on. There we go. So down by your pedals, there's your fuse box. All right, so there's a hole right there where a bolt was. That's my ground. So I'm gonna run those wires. Let's see if you guys can see here. Maybe not. There you go. You can kind of see a little bit. There's a hole up there where that piece will go. I can run my wires down through there, and then we're going to hook the ground up, or our power up, to one of these terminals. All 3 of those terminals that you're looking at come on when the car's on and shut off when the car's off. I'm not talking disconnected battery. I'm talking literally key on, key off. So that's going to be a good power source for those gauges, and they pull, what I figure up, 400 thousandths of an amp. Not very much at all. I am putting a fuse block in both in the gauges and then the one sensor. The oil pressure sensor requires a hot side. So it's going to run, I'm going to run it back up through here, and I'll show you that here in a second. But there's that. There's your grounds. There's going to be your power supplies for your gauges. All right, so we'll move this light here. See if you guys can't see. All right, because I can barely see. Boy, that is real hard to see, isn't it? Let's see if we can get this light in here a little bit better. There we go. All right, so there's a grommet going through the firewall. We're going to probably, it says push. I see that. That's kind of cool. I didn't see that earlier. Huh. Okay, I can see the half end of it. That's why. We're just going to drill a small hole in there, run the 2 sensor wires through there, and then we're going to run 2 wires back through for the hot and ground on that oil pressure sensor. So there'll be 4 wires going through, so it should be fairly tight, which is what we're after. We don't want any air coming through, and we're also going to put some caulking on there, like you'd use for your sinks, or just keep weather out. I gotta move my Harley again. There we go. I didn't get it far enough away from my car this time. All right, here we go. Well, here it is. It's a sedan. Love the fog lights on these. They work real well. Excuse the sound. We got our nice little propane heater going. It's not real cold enough to fire up the wood stove, so I don't want to do that. Hi, Coffee. Be my daughter's cat. There we go. It's not in pretty good shape. Love the aftermarket or the factory wheels. They're really nice. There you go. LTZ turbo. Real nice, real nice. I love it. I'll show you when I get done. Got fairly decent aftermarket cold air intake for it. I love it. If you really want to get the sound of your turbo, hear it whine, you need to go to a cold air intake. It really helped the sound of it. Okay, here we go. Got our oil pressure line. Pull this out here so you guys can see. There we go. So it's got a hot wire. Green is your sensor wire, and of course your black's your ground. So I'm going to feed all those back through there, and we'll work on those here in a little bit because I'm going to get this all finished up. So next video here after a while. Bye.